Hello, and welcome back to the Spoilercast, the show where we talk about movies and we don't care about spoiling them. And welcome to this new and exciting season. Whoa, yeah. And we're actually going to start this season off with a little message from our sponsors, which is you!
Oh.
Yes! All of you are watching this. You're the ones who are sponsoring this with your likes and your subscriptions. So if you do like this show, and you haven't subscribed yet, be sure to subscribe. And if you like the show even more than just wanting to, watch it every week, you can check us out on patreon.com/don'tmakeascene, and you will get an extra episode every week. And more for just $3 a month. So please, if you like the show, consider subscribing and consider checking us out on Patreon. With that being said, let's get into the show.
Yes.
Yes. And how do we start a new season like this? Well, we have to kind of start off with a bang, and it's the summer. That means we have to talk about a blockbuster.
Mm-hmm.
And we all know what just came out in theaters. So let's just get this exciting episode over with and talk about Deadpool and Wolverine.
Yay!
Yay! Now this.
I'm assuming you thought of the movie.
Don't assume too much.
Okay.
It's actually going to be kind of fun because for once we didn't watch this together.
No.
You saw it in theaters last
on
Wednesday?
Premiere Day, so the 25th.
And I saw it as well. That's all I'll say. I saw it.
You've seen it. That's all that matters.
Seen it. I just didn't pay for it. Because I was not at all interested in watching this. I don't know if we've talked about it before. I mean, we talked about how I don't like Disney, and especially don't like Marvel. But I mean, how, especially this one, well, not especially this one, it's just like, we can skip this one, right? We're done with all this. And we're like, sure. We had, like, ideas for doing, like, a fake one where we talk about Deadpool, the first one, and the Wolverine from 2013.
Yeah.
And make it like, haha, we call it Deadpool and Wolverine, but we didn't do that. And then as we got close to the actual date, I was like, yeah, maybe we should talk about it because it's going to be clicks.
Yeah.
Yeah. At least I am doing this totally just for the clicks and the views. Just want to be honest.
I mean, partially.
Yeah, but you were excited to see this, right?
Kind of, yeah. The only part of Marvel of the movies nowadays I do like is Deadpool because, it's just fun.
Yeah.
They don't really care about the swearing and the...
He hasn't been part of Marvel.
No, exactly, and that's why it's even better.
Yeah. He was his own thing over at Fox, but then,
as they say in the movie,
Disney
bought Fox or
Disney
whatever.
Bought Fox. And I guess we'll get to that. And there's even like, oh, that's a good thing, right? It's like, no, it's not. It's not a good thing, Ryan. Anyway, sorry. Continue.
I also very much like Ryan Reynolds and his way of promoting his movies, specifically Deadpool movies.
Mm-hmm.
Just watching him online is so much fun nowadays because he's like doing stuff he's apparently not supposed to do. I highly doubt that he's doing stuff he's not supposed to do.
Yeah, it's all
part of the play.
It's all part of the plan, as Heath Ledger said. Yeah.
It's still fun, because I think a lot of people are falling for it, and it's funny that he's, like, trying so hard.
So it's fun that he's faking it.
Yeah.
Okay, sure.
It is, because he's, like, intentionally faking it to the point where it's ridiculous, and that's where it gets funny.
Yeah.
I don't know, and also, like, Wolverine is one of the few movies... people, whatever, the last
characters?
Wolverine, Logan. Yeah, characters. No, but the movies in general that are actually interesting to watch when it comes to superheroes. And I'd read somewhere that there might be some cameos, and I have to say some of the cameos were actually fun to see, even though they were short and, like, very unnecessary. It was still fun.
Yeah.
They brought in one of my absolute favorite X-Men.
Oh, okay, yeah. But this is a big thing. It's been a big thing on X. I don't know. Did you see the picture of Elon Musk like crying in an interview, saying like, "Please don't call it Twitter anymore"? I don't know if that was a fake picture, but so
it's X. We should call it X.
I should call it. Yeah,
formerly known as Twitter.
Whatever. I'll keep calling it Twitter. X. That's so stupid.
I heard that in like we were listening to the Olympics on the radio when we were driving home from vacation, and they were like, "Oh yeah, a reporter on X has written this about someone who had an accident during a race." Like X? Oh right.
What the fuck is X? Yeah.
Twitter. It just sounded so off.
Yeah.
But yeah. No, I just in general was a little bit excited about a superhero movie that wasn't,
Yeah, but I was going to say,
as disappointing as the ones we've seen in the last. I don't know when the last good one was, actually.
Wow.
Way back
when. It's been a while. I just want to say, there's been a huge thing about spoilers, because people are so upset about spoilers on X, on Twitter. So, we're of course going to spoil the movie.
It is the Spoilercast.
Yeah. As we usually do, the first 20 minutes is going to be non-spoilers, and then we'll give you fair warning. So just just don't say anything more about the cameos.
I know.
People don't even want to know what universe the cameos is from, but we'll get to that. Anyway, yeah. So all the reasons you just said are the reasons why I don't like the movie. The biggest reason being, I just said it. I didn't like the movie. It wasn't terrible. I've seen much worse. I've seen much worse Marvel movies.
Oh yeah.
But I didn't particularly enjoy it. The biggest reason is Ryan Reynolds. Because he's charming and irreverent, as I kept calling him in my Letterboxd review.
I haven't read that yet.
And that was like it was fun when he made the first one 8 years ago, because I was like, oh yeah, he's the guy, he's Van Wilder. He was in Blade Trinity, and he was always like the funny cut up guy. Like, oh okay, that makes sense then to make Deadpool, because that's kind of what the character is. Mm-hmm. From what little I knew about the character, I'd read very few Deadpool comic books or comic books with Deadpool in them, but I knew of him. So Ryan Reynolds was a good fit for that movie. Problem was that after that, and I mean sort of before, but really with Deadpool, he became like a super mega star.
Yes.
He was a celebrity before that.
Yeah.
But he became gigantic after that. And after that we started seeing so much more of him, as he grew his brand.
Yeah.
And everything he did afterwards, as it was before for the most part, but now it was like so much in the mainstream. We saw so much of his that, oh shucks, I don't care style. Like, oh yeah, I do commercials for Mint Mobile, I know, but come on, it's funny, isn't it? No, it's not.
Everything's done with a twinkle in his eyes, and it's kind of like.
But it's kind of this like, oh. I'm ironically selling this gin, but then it turns out I own it. But then it's like, but I'm telling you I own it, so it's okay that I'll drink my gin in what's the movie called? Red Card or Red Target, the one with The Rock, the other Ryan Reynolds. What's it called? Red Hour, the Netflix movie where they're like master thieves.
Oh, I never watched it.
Oh, it was terrible. Anyway,
Man's Wife's Bodyguard? I don't know.
No.
The terrible one that was 6 Underground, but he didn't drink gin in that one, as far as I know.
Red Notice was it called? Red Notice.
Oh, yeah. Right, that one.
Yeah.
After Free Guy. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, After Free Guy. No, yeah, but and then everything he did, where he was, it was just like there was no separation between
Ryan Reynolds
and the characters he was playing, and especially
who were Deadpool, all kind of Deadpool-ish.
Yeah, exactly. after Deadpool, he was just he just played himself.
Oh yeah.
He didn't do much better before that, but there were some time, he tried, movies like, Buried, or, stuff like that. Or this movie called Selfless. I know it's not like a wow movie, but at least he wasn't playing himself, But I mean, after Deadpool, all he's ever done is play it's Ryan Reynolds as this character. It's not this character. And it's always so safe. PG-13, except for Deadpool, But
Deadpool.
Then, so that's okay, And it's always full of his own products. I mean, like I said, not always, but in Red Notice, there's literally a shot of aviation gin as he comes home to his big, wonderful, beautiful island getaway. He's like, "Oh, I'm so tired. I gotta have a glass of aviation gin." There's also one for whatever it's called, the Rock's fucking tequila in that one. Yeah, it is just.
Well, that movie is probably just a trailer or like a commercial for their own brands, so...
Yeah, but it feels like everything was that. Because all the, like, ads and stuff he made for the movies, Free Guy, fucking Spirited, what else did he make? Hitman's Bodyguard, Hitman's Wife Bodyguard. 600 Round, Jesus Christ.
And that one, I don't know what happened with that one.
It didn't feel like movies. It just felt like commercials for Ryan Reynolds. It's like, hey, it's the guy you like from the commercials, so that you keep watching his commercials.
Yeah.
I just and I mean, it's been when was Deadpool 2? It was like 2020. 2018. Oh, so it was just 2 years after the first one, yeah. So at that point, it hadn't been too bad yet. So that's why, Deadpool 2 was still good. I mean, it's still, still a pretty good movie. It wasn't too, just like the first one, it wasn't too much of the cameos and stuff like that. It was still contained to just the X-Men movies, basically.
Yeah.
This was an X-Men spin-off. But I remember even back then when he made the movie Life. Remember that, the space horror movie about the little blah, 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 creature?
Oh yeah,
yeah. He spoiler for this movie, but he's the first one to die. But he's an astronaut in that, and it's more of a serious horror movie.
Yeah.
But he's still. This is in 2017, so just a year after Deadpool, and he is still kind of playing himself. I remember even back then, people were like, "Oh, it's Ryan Reynolds just playing Ryan Reynolds still." It's like, "Oh, okay." So it's been a thing since then, and at first it was funny, but now that it's been almost 10 years, it's not funny anymore, and it's, for me at least, gone so far that I couldn't enjoy Deadpool this time. It became too much of a commercial.
Because I did kind of enjoy it. I mean, I'm not going to revisit it. It wasn't fantastic or anything. It was fun to watch. It was especially fun to watch it in a theater full of people who were actually enjoying it as well. So you had like other people who laughed with you, other people who understood the jokes, or like, even though my wonderful boyfriend, who has no interest in this kind of stuff, did not understand the cameos or the jokes or anything. He's like,
oh no.
Sure. He hasn't seen those movies, so he doesn't know who those characters are. And it's fine. I didn't care. I thought he would just enjoy the jokes, and he kind of did, but the ones he understood. He did say that it was a bit confusing, though, and I can agree.
Yeah. Yeah. If you haven't seen all the Marvel movies and stuff, or at least don't know of them, yeah, you're going to be like, huh?
But even if you've seen most of them, it's still kind of confusing.
Yeah. Especially when they're referencing movies from 20 years ago.
Yeah.
Like some of the Marvel fans weren't even born when those movies came out.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And they're starting to like mix universes, it feels like. Yeah. Because they're bringing in, whatever. I'm going to spoil it if I start talking about it. But I did enjoy it. I'm not gonna revisit it. It wasn't that good. It was funny to watch. It was fun to watch that one time, and like, yeah, I laughed, sure, but I'm not gonna rewatch it. It wasn't great. I did, however, find some interviews with Ryan Reynolds about the movie. He continuously talks about how this character has been something he wanted to play since like forever, like before Green Lantern and everything.
Yeah, that's why he reluctantly played the weird version in X-Men Origins Wolverine.
Yeah. So he's been a fan, sense,
and I'm fine with that. Like,
I feel like it's a good thing that he did it then.
Yeah, sure.
He obviously enjoys it and likes it a lot, and the chemistry between him and Hugh Jackman is just amazing. Off screen, I mean, like not on in the movie, because whatever, the movie's the movie.
No, they have chemistry in the movie as well.
Sure, but
I know
like,
what you mean. Yeah, sure.
They're actual characters.
Yeah.
He said in one interview that like, because his kids apparently love The Greatest Showman, you know, the Hugh Jackman showman movie where he sings and stuff. So he comes home one day after being away for a while, and he hears the movie going. It's like, yeah, that's normal. And then he comes into the living room, and there's Hugh Jackman singing the songs for his children.
Yeah, that's funny. What does that have to do with the movie? This is what I mean. You see how real life creeps in? Like, it's funny because it's him. No, what about the movie?
But that's the thing, though, with him. It's all about the everything else around it as well. You can't just enjoy the movie. You need to like watch everything else.
But
which is a bit of a Marvel thing, but yeah.
Yeah, be funny on X,
I thought he was funny on screen as well, to be honest. So in the movie as well.
It's the same. There's no separation. Like all I hear now is Ryan Reynolds. I don't hear Deadpool anymore.
Okay.
It's just like, oh, I'm gonna, fucking shit in this, and hey, whoa, doing fun things. Like, oh, just like you in what's it called, Wrexham, back home to Wrexham, the
the football team thing
show,
yeah.
It's just like you're like this all the time. I'm sure it's very charming and arresting, but when you're just watching it like on a screen, I'm so tired of it. Can't you turn it off? Be normal.
Probably not.
No.
He's probably like that all the time. That's the thing.
Oh. Very annoying. Always
Maybe
selling.
That's why you don't like him, because you're just annoyed by his personality.
Because he seems fun. And like I said, like before all this, it's very charming. He seemed like a fun person. But it's too much. Turn it off.
Now he can do now he can do it as much as he wants to, because before that maybe he had to like censor himself so people would like him.
But you can't possibly be like this all the time.
Probably not. Not all the time.
It is a persona. So yeah, he can do it all he wants because people just swallow it up. And every time he does this, he makes money. But it's I think it's annoying.
Let's talk about the actual movie now, because we've been babbling on about how Ryan Reynolds is a weird personality for like 18 minutes.
Yeah, but that's all there is. The movie's nothing. It's Deadpool. First of all, okay, you know what? It's actually been we're actually at like 20 minutes now.
Yeah, we can start spoiling things.
I managed to bullshit for 20 minutes. Let's actually start talking about the movie. And how do you talk about this movie without spoilers? Because in essence, there's nothing but cameos, little Easter eggs. Like, there's no plot. The plot is...
There is a plot.
Yeah, there is a plot. It's Deadpool has to save the world.
Or his world.
His world, yeah, because now there's many worlds because of the multiverse and the Loki TV show. Well, I guess the end game, timelines and everything. Yeah, and he gets recruited by the TVA, the time cops, basically.
Yeah.
From the Loki show to do something. That's all they, and Wolverine is involved. Well, we can say
they don't really. No, he's not.
Really
that's the thing. They never get to tell us what his supposed mission is, because when they tell him that, because the anchor of your timeline has been destroyed, aka
Wolverine. Yes, Wolverine, that's fine. That's why Wolverine is in this. When he died in Logan, that was an anchor being or anchor.
Yeah,
character,
that's what they call it.
Which means that when an anchor being dies, that world slowly starts to like deteriorate, and after a few thousand years, it'll die. It's like, oh shit, okay, I guess it's just something that happens. Fine, but now it's like, well, we don't want to wait, so we're gonna destroy it immediately, and you're gonna help us.
No, but also they mentioned like.
I don't want to say too much, but sure.
Yeah, no, but like when they recruit Deadpool, it's like, well, your world's dying anyway, so you can be of use in other places, but we never get to know what that use is. Yeah. Because as soon as they mention the anchor is dead and your world is dying, he goes into full saving mode and like, I'm gonna pick up a new Wolverine and fix it.
Yeah.
And that's where the mess comes in, I guess.
Yeah, and that's where the spoilers start. So fuck it, from now on, spoilers. If you want the summa summarum, the sum of it all, bland, uninteresting, occasionally funny, annoying. 2 out of 5. 2 out of 5. 4 out of 10. Also, just like
the words, I'm not agreeing on the words, but I am agreeing on the number.
Just like every Disney/Marvel movie nowadays, very worrying for the future of this industry.
Franchise. The industry as well, but the franchise specifically. They have to give up the franchise, because goddamn it.
Yeah.
Actually, this would have been a fun way to end it, if I'm being honest.
But the problem is, this is going to make so much money, so now they're like, oh, people like Marvel again. We're going to make 65 million more movies.
The Metascore is only 56.
That doesn't matter. It matters how many people watch it. And everyone's going to watch this, so...
It was easy to get tickets, though, even on premiere day.
Was it? Yeah, but if you compare it to like movies we've seen recently, there was a lot more, people in the seats, right?
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah.
I mean, they showed it on a lot more places as well than some other movies.
That too.
Anywho, spoilers.
Yeah, spoilers.
You have been warned.
From here out, spoilers. We're going to spoil all the
major
cameos.
spoilers.
All that stuff you care about. Even though we just spoiled the story, but nobody seems to care about that. Because that's what the movie is about. Yeah. Anyway, sorry. The
story is vaguely mentioned in the trailer, so we just explained it a little bit better.
Anyway, let's go.
Where was I going with this? I had a train of thought, but it ran away.
I don't know. I don't know where you were going with it.
No, but so instead of, when he finds out that his world is dying and he goes off to find another Logan, another Wolverine, that's where the confusion started for me, because he's picking up Wolverines from different timelines. Mm. I hate the timelines. I actually fucking hate the timelines.
It ruins any sort of tension or stakes that existed before this.
Yeah, because apparently you can just jump in between timelines and pick up another one and fix it.
Yeah. And before that, it was like, only some characters can do that. Like America, whatever her name was from Doctor Strange. And then
the little girl.
Yeah, who can actually jump between universes. But
now they have devices for it, so now they can do however the fuck they want.
And also, since Deadpool is kind of a fourth wall breaking character, he can just do it. And now
he used a device.
Yeah, but I mean, even if he hadn't, he could have just done it.
Probably.
But now they have an explanation for it. But now, there's never going to be like, if any character dies, they can just bring him back. And I don't know if you heard anything about Comic-Con, but, they might have even already started with, like, bringing back characters, but as other actors.
Oh, yeah. And I saw the Robert Downey Jr.
He's
post.
back, but as Dr. Doom?
Yeah, I don't know. The first comment I read was like, how is he Dr. Doom now?
Yeah.
Like, how does that work?
Once again, people not being able to, like, separate character from actor. Like, he's an actor. He can play other things than Iron Man.
Yeah, but and there have been other people within the Marvel universe who played different characters.
Yes.
There was also,
of course, Chris Evans. Big one, which, they get into in this movie, but...
By the way, the police people are called Time Variance Authority, which... I obviously did not know about because I haven't seen the Loki show. Mm. So I was like, who the fuck are these people? Another reason why I'm irked by it, because I don't like when you have to watch, like we've mentioned like 100 times before, you have to watch not just the movies that came before, and in this case, movies from like over 20 years ago, but also TV shows, entire TV shows with multiple seasons.
Yeah.
Like movies, I've seen most of the Marvel movies, especially the older ones, before the whole phases started. Because I enjoyed them back in the days. I enjoyed the old X-Men movies and stuff like that.
Oh.
But as soon as the Marvel show started, I tried with Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. and I gave up.
Yeah.
And I haven't tried a single other show since.
And that's kind of funny because that one came out so early that it almost doesn't feel like it's part of...
The first couple of seasons they're not, like, they barely mention the Marvel universe in it.
No, yeah, but it's not even, now it doesn't even feel like it's part of the Disney thing.
I mean, it became in the later seasons very clearly.
Yeah, but
especially when they brought in characters.
When did Disney buy Marvel? It was like in 2012, right?
Something like that, yeah.
When did Disney buy Marvel? Well, Disney bought Marvel in 2009. Okay, it was later.
Okay, sure.
Earlier than I thought. But it still felt like, because I remember
But they didn't do much with it until like 2012.
No, because, we didn't really have any more superhero movies, except for The Incredible Hulk with Edward Norton, which nobody liked and nobody cared about. All the follow-ups to Iron Man came in... there was Iron Man 2, of course, in 2010. But then, the other franchises within the franchise, so to speak, came out in 2011. That's when you had Thor and you had Captain America. That's when they introduced the core of the Avengers. And then in 2012 came the Avengers. But it still felt more like, Paramount were making the movies, like with the first Iron Man. It wasn't until after Avengers that it felt like Disney had taken over.
Yeah.
That's where they started becoming samey and bland.
Because there were too many. Yeah. So the cameos in this movie, because we do run into some interesting characters.
But where were we going with this?
I am not sure. I keep losing my train of thought. Because we're all over the place. No, I said that the timelines fucked it up. But if you look past the timelines, I guess. Oh yeah, no, the S.H.I.E.L.D. show felt like it wasn't part of Disney. Yeah, that too. Yeah. It technically was. That came from the timelines being fucked up.
Yeah, the whole Disney Marvel TV shows really started with what's it called?
I guess.
What's it called? The Scarlet Vision. Whatever it's called. Vision and Witch Lady.
Scarlet Witch?
Yeah, but
that's the character. What's the show? I don't know what.
Whatever. You know that one.
Yeah.
And then in the same time as that, you had the Loki show. That's kind of where the new shows started. Nobody talks about fucking Avengers show. What was it called? S.H.I.E.L.D.
There was an Avengers show?
S.H.I.E.L.D.
Oh, alright. Like, what? There's a separate show for the Avengers?
No,
I thought they all died.
Anyway, sorry.
Anywho,
that's
if you could look past the fact that the fucking Loki show was involved, there's like, fine, whatever. So there's this time cop people who are just wanting to save this specific Deadpool for some reason, which they don't either get into really, but they get mad at him for picking up a new anchor, so they banish him to the, what do they call it, wasteland?
I don't know. It's a place where they put characters who are potentially
died off.
Yeah, they're ruining timelines. So we'll get rid of you.
Yeah.
Which is, a perfect opportunity to do a bunch of, flopped movies that, aren't part of the franchise anymore. We can just throw them in now.
Which was a little bit funny, to be honest.
Yeah, but it's also sad. It's very, very sad.
Yeah, it is very sad that they're, pointing out, this is just us being nice to you, basically. We're gonna use the fact that your movie sucked. But you get a chance to play that character again. Do you wanna? And they're like,
yeah, and
it's Disney money, I guess.
And exactly. And creating hype for movies that do not deserve it.
No.
Like, listen.
I don't remember if I disliked, what's it called? Blade?
Oh no, well, we'll get to that. I'm thinking more specifically of one.
Okay.
And that is when they introduce Elektra from the Daredevil spin-off Elektra.
See,
which is
when that came out, I liked it.
Yeah, well, you were like 4 years old, Rebecca. No, you were 10.
I was 10, and there was a badass girl running around kicking ass.
But the movie is objectively bad.
Sure. I haven't rewatched it in like 20 years, so...
Exactly. It is a bad movie, but... And I can say this because I watched it online, but you understand how I watched it online this early. Yeah, people were cheering when whatever her name is... Jennifer Garner came out as Elektra. It was like, woo! It's like, why are you cheering? Nobody liked that movie. You're just cheering because it's the character. Oh, but it's it's.
I was just excited that people recognized her. If I'm being honest,
it's this nostalgia thing. We're like, oh yeah, oh wow, we haven't seen her in 20 years. Yeah, because she sucked as well. She didn't suck as Elektra. The movie sucked. She was actually okay as Elektra in the Daredevil movie. Everything was bad about the Elektra movie. Just like, you're just cheering because it's rose-colored glasses. It's nostalgia. Like, you shouldn't cheer. Yeah. It's bad. But they've turned that into something good now. It's just like, oh look, the thing I like. It's peak. Gotta clap for that. Like Redditor Media did like long time ago. They I didn't watch their review because they said it was actually kind of fun.
No, I'm starting to regret choosing to do this episode with you. God damn it.
Yeah, well, and they, like, sorry, I'm all over the place, but I turned that off because I realized, like, yeah, sure, if you haven't watched any Ryan Reynolds movie since Deadpool 2, which I don't think they have, or even before that, like, you would still find this fun because you haven't.
It's just Deadpool.
Yeah, you haven't drowned in Ryan Reynolds yet. He hasn't turned annoying yet. But if you watch movies and you've seen him and you've seen all the fucking Twitter shit and Mint Mobile, Aviation Gin, Wrexham, fucking, didn't he do he did something else? Didn't he fucking do like a Maxi Pad commercial or something? I don't know. Maybe I'm thinking of whatever. I'm so tired of him. So this God, but then they're creating this fake, like, gotta cheer for it moment by bringing back all these characters when it's just like, it's just parading the corpses of old movies.
But that's what was kind of funny about it, though. But
it's but people were unironically cheering. It wasn't like, oh my god, they brought Jennifer Garner back. Wow, it was more like,
that was my reaction. So I don't know.
Woo! Or like, oh, yeah, they brought back even worse, but admittedly funny, was when Chris Evans showed up.
Yes.
He was all covered he was shrouded, you couldn't see who it was, but you heard it was him.
Yeah.
No offense to him, but he's not that great of an actor. You immediately heard that it was Chris Evans. He didn't try to mask it.
I don't think he needed to mask it. There was a point to him not masking it.
I guess. Yeah. And
we're supposed to think that it was, America's ass coming back.
Yeah. You were going to think it was Captain America. And I was like, oh, that's kind of sad. Because he was like one of the few that just, except other than Robert Downey Jr., just walked away from it and was like, I'm done with, like, not like, I'm done with it, but like, this is it. My character's gone. I can do other things now. He hasn't really done, but whatever,
No.
He doesn't have to do any other things ever again, but if he wants to, he can. But then now, just a few years later, he's back. Oh, that's kind of sad. But then it turns out, no, he's not Captain America. He's Johnny Blaze.
Yes!
From Fantastic Four. And they're like, oh, that's a funny joke. But it's like, but he's still back in Marvel, the poor man. Like, let him go.
But it's probably just for this movie.
Of course it's just for this movie. I mean, they kill him off quite spectacularly. They rip his skin off.
True. Did you watch the end of credits scene?
No. I heard it was like, oh my god, if you if you like, this is the one you shouldn't miss. Like, this is the best one ever.
No.
What was it?
You know how when Deadpool and Wolverine and Flame Boy end up at her, what the fuck was her name? Cassandra Nova's place in the Ant-Man skeleton.
Yeah, which also doesn't make sense, but okay, yeah, sure.
No, yeah. And Deadpool just goes on this speech about what Chris Evans' character said about how she's I don't remember what he says exactly, but he's like calling her a shithead or whatever, and that stupid bald face, I'm gonna kick her out, whatever.
Which he
all
didn't.
that stuff he said.
It was just Deadpool making it up.
No, he did say it. So that's the end of credit scene. It's a security camera from the little cage they're in when they're traveling, and he actually says all that stuff.
So we just didn't see it.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Okay, whatever.
And it's like from Deadpool, like, see, it wasn't me, it was him.
Well.
So no, it's not like you have to see it, but it was kind of funny.
Okay. But that even ruins
because it's such a juxtaposition to Captain America who never swears.
Yeah. Well, he wasn't Captain America.
Hey, language. But he wasn't Captain America, so it's even more funny now because, you know.
But he wasn't.
He's someone else.
No,
but that's the thing.
He was the Human
So he's
Torch.
a character where he can swear. So now he swears a lot.
Yeah, but you see what I mean? The joke isn't that Johnny Blaze didn't say it. No, it was
the joke
Chris
is
Evans, who
Chris
played
Evans
Captain America, swore.
Yes.
Like, but that's not...
No, that's why I'm saying you didn't have to see it.
Oh my god. And that's also even worse, because that was one of the few things I thought was, like, where Deadpool was kind of anti-hero, where he threw Johnny Blaze under the bus for no reason. It's like, what? Stop! You're gonna get him killed. Because that's more what he is he's too nice in the movies. At least, in this movie. This was technically R-rated, but this was the most, like, PG-friendly R-rated movie I've ever seen.
It was just R-rated for the blood and the occasional swearing.
Yeah, basically. Exactly. Remember in the other movies where, Deadpool gets pegged, does drugs, not speaking of the actual, like, complex emotions in the second movie, but just, not just, saying, fuck ass shit. Like, this is such a tame R rating.
Oh, yeah. They just had to slap the R on it because there was so much blood in that first fight scene.
Yeah, but of course, it's okay because they make a joke about it, like, you can't say the C word. You can't say Colombian marching powder, or do you want to build a snowman, which is not Disney. Like, that's part of, like, that's part of Deadpool. Shouldn't Ryan Reynolds say, no, wait, guys, that's part of the character, even if it isn't in the comic books anymore, like, that's in my version of Deadpool is that character, but it's not that character anymore. No, because you know why? Because he got so many millions from Disney for making this movie, so he's fine with it. I mean, he literally in the movie says, "Fuck you, Fox, I'm quitting," which is just like, also just really kicking someone who's down when they, like, reluctantly had to sell to Disney a few years ago. And he's like, fuck you! I was your last hope for money, but fuck you, I'm going to Disney!
And having the 20th Century Fox in that wasteland in the background, it's like...
It's awful, horrible, just God.
It's just Disney showing off.
I know, that's what's so bad about it. This is
Disney going like, yeah, I know I'm the best, and I'm gonna show you, and I'm gonna
this is a
dictator.
I'm
gonna point in, what is it called? Like, put it in your face that I'm the best.
Poking you in your chest, like, I'm better than you. I own you now. This is the dictator parading the heads of his enemies around the town.
Yeah.
Like, look at me, fear me. I own this now. This is hanging with all the rat catchers in House of the Dragon, It's so bad. And that's why I don't like the movie.
I was hoping that like people would see that that's what this is, and therefore like the movie in itself. Sure, that's fine. You can like the movie, but understand that that's Disney and Marvel, like, literally stealing the entire industry.
Yeah, no, they
Can we just...
Yeah, I mean, they're even, like...
Get it?
they're even... I'm reading into this hopefully, I'm hopefully not predicting something here, but they made a lot of Mad Max references because the Wasteland is very mad. I mean, the Wasteland.
They did mention like, we can't though.
Yeah,
copyright.
But then he does say, "Well, Mad Max," towards the end or whatever it is. Because, that's Warner Brothers, but that Warner Brothers has been struggling. That's why they sold to Discovery recently. That's why it's not HBO Max anymore, it's Max now. Because all that's just one big Warner Brothers thing now, technically Discovery thing. Like, are they setting their sights on Warner Brothers? Are we finally gonna get the Batman, Spider-Man, crossover that we want? No, but you know what I mean? You see what I mean?
Yeah, but I'm hoping that's Ryan Reynolds writing in those kinds of like pokes at Disney and Marvel, going like, "Yeah, you fuckers, you're buying everything. Stop it." But because he was part writer, but maybe he's not that. But he's
clever
enough for that.
I mean, yes, he's a very clever man. He has managed to make countless of millions of dollars off just being himself.
Yeah.
So writing all that stuff into this movie, he doesn't care. Obviously, he's just in it for the money. You can say, "Oh, it's a passion project." It's not anymore. The first one was a passion project.
Parts of it must be, though.
No, I mean, yes, of course.
Like, why else would
he likes playing the character.
Yeah,
but like,
why else would you go to such lengths to like do projects with other people around the movie? That doesn't really have anything to do with the movie.
Because the more exposure, the more money.
I suppose.
That's why he does commercials for companies. That's why he buys companies. He owns
he
I mean, he owns Wrexham now. I mean, there's a Wrexham Deadpool in this movie.
There was?
Yeah. There's in the end where all the Deadpools show up, there's one who has the Wrexham flag on it.
I didn't realize.
No, because you haven't seen the show.
I just saw a bunch of random Deadpools, and I need to look at the cast list. Who the fuck was the blonde female Deadpool?
I don't know. I thought a lot of them were Ryan Reynolds doing the voice, but I thought I heard Matthew McConaughey doing the cowboy Deadpool. I don't know though.
Whoever Dancepool is Nick Pauley, whoever that is.
Dancepool, I don't know what that is.
Nicepool was Gordon Reynolds, his brother?
Oh, the one with the long hair?
Yeah.
It looked exactly like him. But maybe they do like a
digital
digital
swap. I figured Lady Deadpool, the blonde one, is Blake Lively. It's his wife.
Makes sense. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, Cowboy Pool is Matthew McConaughey. Head Pool was Nathan Fillion.
Oh, of course. Okay.
Kid Pool was his kid.
There was.
Ines Reynolds.
Okay. Yeah.
And Baby Pool was their other kid, Olin.
That's fine. I'm fine with that.
Welsh Pool was Paul Mullen. And Canada Pool was Alex Kishkovich? I don't know who that is.
I don't know who Canada Pool is. It was just a sea of Deadpools. I didn't
he's a stuntman who played Deadpool in lots of other
video games,
X-Men movies. And also for some reason
he's only in one
X-Men
movie.
No, he was X-Men Days of Future Past, X-Men Dark Phoenix.
What? It's Deadpool in those movies?
Well, maybe he wasn't Deadpool stuntman. He was just stuntman.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Of course. Okay.
It wasn't very clear. Future Past.
Yeah, Deadpool isn't in those movies. He's just
stuntman.
He was an X-Men stuntman.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, okay, so Blake Lively was Lady Deadpool. I assumed, especially since her like Insta post of the premiere was her in a full red bodysuit with the same fucking hair. Like, yeah, it has to be her.
Yeah. That was my idea as well. First, like, oh, it's a girl Deadpool. It's Blake Lively. Yeah. But there were some people who were like, oh, is because I'm sure there are some like, Lady Deadpool somewhere in the comic books, but is it supposed to be that character's? And I was like, well, no, it's just his wife in a Deadpool.
It's just Lady Deadpool. It's like the character doesn't exist outside of this movie, probably in the universe.
Yeah.
In the movie verse, I should say.
Yeah. It's an Easter egg. It's not a character.
Yeah, it's an Easter egg.
Because that's what all those are. It's Easter eggs. It's not characters. Well, yeah. No, but they're like, oh,
except for maybe Nice Pull, he was a bit of a character, I guess.
Yeah, sure.
I don't understand why they brought in Henry Cavill as the Calvary, whatever the fuck they called it.
Well, it's another dig at DC. It's like, oh my god, it's the Cavalry. Well, so but we're gonna treat you so well, not like that other place. It's
right.
It's like, oh, that's so funny because he's talking about DC. Deadpool is talking about DC, but he's also talking as Ryan Reynolds directly to Henry Cavill, saying, you know, yeah, Warner Brothers flopped, and then they cut you, the only good character, basically, they cut you out of their franchise. Come over to us. We'll make you we'll make you a good character.
Yeah.
And you know what? I'm such a fucking disgusting fanboy there. I was just like, yeah, you get the bag, Henry. You get that bag. I don't care.
I still don't understand why you like Henry Cavill that much.
Because, once again, a bit of a hypocrite, because unlike Ryan Reynolds, I don't know, but it's just the way it
it's
seems.
An assumption.
Yeah. He seems very genuine outside of movies.
No.
Yes, he does.
No, he seems so fake.
What? Where?
Yeah. In all the interviews where he's like playing up his nerdiness and like, oh, my favorite cardio is, can't really say it on TV. Shut up, dude.
What?
Shut the fuck up.
Okay, well then you.
No.
What? Okay, but if he can say my favorite army is the Astartes or whatever it is, Custodes Astartes, then it's like, you know what? That's not just something he's pulling out of his ass. He actually likes.
No, I'm
Warhammer.
not saying he's pulling it out of his ass, but he's that's the only thing he talks about now in interviews. His fucking nerdiness.
Yeah, because that's what he likes. At least he's.
Yeah, and you're only winning over the cave-dwelling nerds with that. No one else cares. Yeah, can we hear about the movie instead?
That's what he likes. He's not doing commercials for alcohol and buying up, mobile phone companies. He's building computers and still doing the movies he wants to make. Yeah, the fucking, whatever it's called, the Cavalry of Ungentlemanly Warfare, whatever it's called, that other movie.
Exactly.
I mean, motherfucker quit one of like the more successful Netflix shows because he felt it wasn't like in accordance to the books anymore. The Witcher.
Oh, right.
Yeah. I mean, even when they talked about him on set, he grew more and more distant when we were shooting season 3 because he wasn't liking. I mean, he said it. He didn't like the way where they were taking it because they were departing too much from the books, departing too much from the characters. He was like, and they were like, "Well, we're gonna let you go." Then he was like, "Fine." That's the antithesis of Ryan Reynolds. He's not just going along with it to make more money. He's like, okay, then I won't make the show anymore. Sorry.
Maybe that's just what he wants you to think, though.
What? That he's going to lose millions of dollars?
He has enough money. None of them are doing it for the money anymore.
Well, then why is Ryan Reynolds doing it?
If Henry Cavill can quit things because he didn't like the way they were doing, why can't Ryan Reynolds keep doing things because he likes the way they're doing it?
Nobody likes doing commercials, Rebecca.
No, but like the Deadpool stuff.
Yeah,
just being Deadpool.
I'm fine with
constantly
that.
Getting to be Deadpool.
Everything else he does. Constantly, he likes
he's football.
Deadpool 3 times. Yeah, and that's. Sure, I'm talking about all the commercial stuff.
I haven't
the
seen
Netflix
the commercial
movies,
stuff.
The annoying cameos he makes in other franchises. Remember, he was in fucking Shaw and Hobbs and Shaw for one scene, and like I can be part of your franchise too. Him and Kevin Hart showed up in like one scene each. Remember that?
No, I don't remember that.
Yeah. That's the kind of stuff. It's like, or just doing like objectively bad movies, like Spirited or whatever it was called. Not Spirited Away. Spirited.
The holiday movie, Spirited?
Yeah. It's just like, why? Why are you doing this? Or The Adam Project. Ugh. Like, come on.
I didn't see that one. I don't know if it was
I didn't even see it. I saw scenes of it and said, nope, I'm not watching this. Like, oh, so you're saying, oh, maybe he likes doing bad movies and terrible, or like awful.
Because he gets to play what he wants to play. Then,
yeah,
he gets to be himself on camera. He doesn't have to fake it.
But that's what
too much.
Then he's not an actor.
Too much. No, but there's a lot of actors who only play characters that are a lot like themselves, or like
not this much,
same thing.
Not constantly.
Fine, whatever. Let's get back to the fucking movie.
Yeah, but that is why I don't like the movie.
Did you like seeing Blade in it? Because I liked seeing Blade.
Yes, I liked seeing Blade. I actually went,
Thank you
when I saw him.
Yeah,
And
the one I did not like, though, was Channing Tatum as Gambit.
Oh.
Gambit is honestly one of my favorite X-Men ever.
Yeah.
But he didn't look right. He was too bulky.
Yeah, well.
Gambit's supposed to be slimmer.
Sure.
That bothered me. It was like, come on.
That one.
And also the fake French accent. It's like, dude, get a French actor to do it.
It's supposed to be Creole, and not quite French.
Sure.
It's supposed to be this weird southern. Not Creole.
That's
What's
true.
it called? Cajun.
No, it is
Cajun. Well, I guess it's kind
of.
of.
No, Creole is more French, isn't it?
Yeah, Cajun, Creole, I don't know which one it is.
Whatever, that area.
Yeah, that part of the South where they talk like this, eh?
Yeah, but it's just Channing Tatum, no.
But that's another one, because that is one that he has been passionate about playing for like decades at this point. He loves Gambits. Now, that was actually like, oh, he got to do it, even if it's for a dumb cameo in this movie. Fine. That's another one. That's another one. Channing Tatum, the guy who kind of like has tried to, be the most authentic self he can be in Hollywood by making movies that he seems to want to make for the most part. At least after a certain point in his career, it felt like he kind of embraced what he had become, especially like 21 Jump Street, 22 Jump Street. And movies after that. Not
I'm struggling to think of movies he's done after that.
Yeah, he hasn't done much. But it was that period when he was like, okay, so I'm not the leading man anymore. I'll try making comedies instead. And people loved him for it.
That's not true. He did a lot of movies after 22 Jump Street was in 2014.
Yeah, I know.
He did fucking Jupiter Ascending, which sucked.
True, yeah.
Book of Life, some sort of animated shit. I don't know what that is. He kept doing Magic Mike, but I think he actually liked those.
He actually liked those. Have you seen? Well, I haven't seen the second and third one.
I saw the first and second one. I didn't see the third one.
The first one is actually really good, I think.
The second one is also fine, actually.
Oh, okay.
I don't know. I didn't see the third one. I don't. Never got around to it. He did Hateful Eight.
Exactly. He made Hateful Eight. He is the girl. What's her name? Whatever. The girl who's gonna be hanged. I'm taking whatever her name is to hang in the morning. He's her brother who is under the floor.
Daisy
Domergue. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
He's under the floor. He says, "Say goodbye to your cojones," and he shoots up through the floor in like the last hour of the movie. Oh, okay. Yeah,
he did Hail Caesar, which sucked.
I didn't see Hail Caesar, but I mean, he kept making movies with what's his name? Soderbergh. Yeah, Steven Soderbergh. He made Logan Lucky, which is a really good movie.
That's the racing movie, right? Where they like
there's a car. No, it's a heist movie. But there's a car in the front.
But aren't they race car drivers? No, I'm confusing it with something else.
Maybe they are. That's the backstory, but it's no racing in the movie. I don't remember.
No, they're doing it during a NASCAR race. That's the one.
Yes. And I mean, he has actually, tried to do, other things. Motherfucker made Foxcatcher.
That was before 22 Jump Street, technically.
Nope.
Well,
it was
same year.
2014, so it was after the first 21 Jump Street came in 2012.
But 22 Jump Street released after Foxcatcher.
Yeah, but 21 Jump Street.
I said 22.
Yeah, but he's. But 21 Jump Street counts as well. I don't know.
Sure, but he's done a lot of shitty stuff as well.
Yeah.
He was in Free Guy. I don't remember that, but he was in Free Guy.
Yeah, I know, because they're probably friends. So
they are most likely.
Yeah, he's putting him, and okay, so yeah, that's one bad cameo. But if you look at his filmography and his lack of ads for alcohol companies and phone companies and
I don't get where you see all these ads.
On YouTube.
Oh, I don't have ads on
Oh,
YouTube.
no, me neither. But I mean, they're on YouTube as on Ryan Reynolds' channel.
Oh, I don't...
They don't show up anymore, but there was so much...
So they showed up on your algorithm?
Yes!
Kind of thing?
Yes!
Huh.
They'll probably start doing it again now that Deadpool is back.
I must be watching too much other stuff that's not related at all, so I don't get that.
Yeah. I mean,
because that's never on my homepage.
He was in Side Effects. He was in the Lego Movie.
He's Superman, right?
Yeah. Well, yeah, we mentioned Hail Caesar. He's in what's the new movie he's in? Oh, Fly Me to the Moon. I still haven't seen it though, but But then isn't he in where he plays like a super rich guy? Am I misremembering? Oh, it's an upcoming. Hold on. Blink Twice. Yeah.
Huh.
Where he plays like some sort of tech billionaire guy or something. Tech billionaire Slater King meets cocktail
it's a
waitress.
dark comedy psychological thriller.
Yeah, you see, when people have too much money, they go crazy. They become not Ryan Reynolds. They become Elon Musk. I'm kidding.
Sure.
Yeah, but it's different. So when he showed up here as the character he's wanted to play for like 25 years, I was fine with that.
I was just happy they brought in Gambit in general.
Yes, that too. Remember who played Gambit before this? Because he was actually also in X-Men Origins Wolverine for like 2 scenes. And once again, not throwing any cards or anything.
Oh, that's true.
Taylor fucking Kitsch. That man has the worst streak in Hollywood of all time, I think. He's just been in flops. The poor man.
I love Taylor Kitsch though.
I do too. That's something Disney should have put their money on. More John Carter movies. They just needed to streamline it a little bit. It was a little too.
See, they could have put him as Gambit in this movie. That would have been more fun.
No, because everyone knows that behind the scenes story that Channing Tatum has wanted to play.
I know. Yeah, no, that's true.
And you know what? Unlike Elektra from Daredevil, nobody remembers Taylor Kitsch as Gambit. Nobody does. I
would have if I saw him. No, but like if I saw him, I would be like, oh my god, it's him.
Yeah. Or maybe he had enough, shame in his body to say no. I don't know. He's like, no.
I doubt it. Based on his filmography.
I don't know.
That poor man, like you said,
it's the worst losing streak.
I don't think he can afford to say no to movies. I'm sorry, that's rude, but like...
I'm sure he has money, but
Yeah, he's not...
He does a lot of TV, I suppose.
Yeah, the last 2 years, 3 years, 4 years almost, he's basically only done TV shows.
Yeah. He did the
whether it's like
Waco TV
full 8
show.
episodes or it's like 1 episode.
Yeah.
He's even in a podcast series?
Oh, I recently found out that there are like a lot of like big name actors who do like story podcasts where they play they're acting like radio theater basically.
Is this a spin-off? It is. It's like a radio podcast thing spin-off of the what's it called?
Sons of Anarchy.
Yeah.
The Sangres.
Because there's another actor actress who's actually in it. Kate Mara, she was in the...
Yeah. And, just
The fuck? That's weird.
Yeah, looking at their...
Now they're doing stuff... they're doing Marvel stuff. They're, like, adding on shit. You need to look on other shows and other things, other kinds of media to fully understand the story. Fuck that.
Yeah, because that is, you know... That's the deal. It's been for long. Everyone wants their own verse ever since the Avengers. We've talked about that. You know. Yeah. If they can do it in any way, even as an audible podcast series, they'll do it. And any way to exploit a name and make more money off a brand, they'll do it.
You know what? We've been babbling on for like an hour now.
Yeah.
I don't think we're gonna say anything new. The movie, the storyline, it was whatever.
Yeah, we didn't even get to how poorly this is written.
There's no proper story. No. They're going from point A to point B with a lot of punching in between.
Yeah.
The only little like story we get is Cassandra Nova, I guess, and her like being upset with her apparently twin brother Xavier.
Yeah.
Which also like, why throw that in there?
I'm sure it's in the comic book somewhere.
It's probably in the comic book, but like, come on.
Yeah.
By now, if you're watching the Marvel movies, you're not reading the comic books anymore. Or like half of the audience isn't, so they're not gonna understand it. Why include it?
Yeah. Yeah.
Probably more than half of the audience, like 2/3.
Yeah. No, but just...
And that whole, like, oh, he rejected me and he pushed me out, he left me here, and then everyone, the Time Variance Authority has just taken advantage of the fact that they have a super strong mutant in the Void. No, the Wasteland, whatever.
Oh, it is called the Void. Yeah.
Oh, right, it's the Void, yeah.
It just looks like a wasteland.
And her then being like, yeah, you know what? This is my opportunity. I'm gonna kill everyone because my brother was mean to me.
No.
And the TVA is just using me.
That's what I mean.
That was the story, I guess.
Yeah, and all, but more than that, we're gonna have to do this now. It's gonna be a long episode. Fuck it. Yeah, because
sure.
I guess I spent an hour just being annoyed,
berating.
Yeah.
Ryan Reynolds,
but then let's actually talk about the movie then. Yeah.
Yes.
He gets pulled out of his timeline to the TVA, the Time Variance Authority or whatever it's called. Yeah. And they say, oh, remember a few years ago, Logan died in your universe. He's like, oh, well, okay. Yeah. He was an anchor being. That means your timeline is, it's going to die.
Dying.
He's like, oh my god, we're going to do something. Well, it takes a few thousand years. He's like, oh, I don't give a fuck then. Like, that's basically what happens with every timeline. Eventually it fizzles out. Which, I don't know if they've explained that before, but that's good, because that means that at least they can create an ungodly amount of timelines, but at least some of them disappear eventually. That's good. And he said, okay, fine. But then he's like, but I have been putting the Matthew McFadden character, the actor Matthew McFadden, what's it called? Paradox?
Yeah, Mr. Paradox?
Mr. Paradox, yeah. He's like, oh yeah, so I've been put in charge of overseeing the destruction of this timeline. But I don't want to wait 1,000 years, so I'm just gonna do it now with this machine, the Time Ripper. And I just wanted to tell you that they give this wish.
Like he wants to save Deadpool and put him to use otherwise.
Yeah, which doesn't make sense.
No.
What do you mean? What do you mean you're gonna tell?
Because he's got a unique set of talents.
Yeah. Sure, because he exists outside of the fourth wall. That's but they can't say that because only he's only can break the fourth wall. So he's
also one of the. Not all Deadpools have regeneration. We learn a lot of them do, but not all of them. So maybe he's special that way as well.
Well, not really. If there's so many that has it.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah. And it's such a like. You really think he's just gonna say like, oh, you're gonna kill everyone I love, but yeah, fine, I get to do other things now. That's fine. Like what? I don't think like not specifically Deadpool, who's all about family now. All of a sudden, I mean, he's always wanted to be belong to something. But remember also, the woman he married and loved so much that he was willing. He tried to kill himself when she died in the last movie. Now they broke up for like the worst reason ever. he wasn't passionate enough because, he struggled for 6 years trying to fit into the Avengers or the X-Men, he was in a slump, and he was like, and her trying to encourage him to like, maybe you should be Deadpool again because that's what you like. And he's like, oh, just say it. You don't like me anymore. Just say it. Just walk away. Like, this is the woman who has put a dildo in your ass. This is not someone you just breaks up with. You've been married for years. What? Why would you break up because of that? And now, but then they're just friends, and they can, because this is almost a bit of a soft reboot because it's the first Deadpool made by Disney. We can then, reignite that romance in the next one. Like,
move along.
Yeah, but you see what I mean? Like, why would he ever break up with whatever her name is? Monica Baccarin. Vanessa?
Vanessa.
Yeah, Vanessa. Like, what? And the word,
I don't know.
Being friends afterwards. Oh my god. Anyway, I know a lot of people are that, but it's just...
Move on.
Yeah. Why do you think he would do anything else than try to save his timeline? If you tell him, oh, I'm going to kill all your friends. It's just so dumb.
Yeah, I know. The premise is really
and the fact that they
not
say like,
thought through.
Oh, my bosses forced me to save you because they want to use you for later for something that we won't say in this movie, but that's because we want to put you in the next Marvel movie. They don't say most that, likely. But that's why. It's the thinnest plot ever.
Yeah.
To like, oh, I have to save my timeline, but...
And then they get derailed.
Yeah.
Being thrown into the void and having to like fight and all that stuff and travel through the void to get to the...
Yeah.
Borderland? I don't remember.
The whole movie is about them getting back so they can stop Mr. Paradox from using the Time Ripper.
Yeah.
That's it.
Who then
which just means that,
doesn't use it because
we have to go
Cassandra ends up using it.
Yeah, we have to go in there because she can help us, and that means we have to punch all of her bad guys.
Cue fight scenes.
I mean, there's literally one scene, we talk about this, but they should talk more.
Yes.
Instead of just punching all the time. Which this one had that problem. I mean, when they first end up in the void, they're like, I'm angry with you, so now I'm gonna fight you!
Yeah, when they're in the car.
No, before that, when they first get to the wasteland.
Oh yeah, the car comes after that.
Yeah. And it's just like, but none of you can die. Why are you fighting? What's the point?
Especially those two.
Yeah.
They're like the only immortals.
Yeah. And then but then there is the car scene where Hugh Jackman for once in this movie actually acts, because he's so like whatever all the time. That's part of his character, but it was just annoying in this one.
Too much.
He actually gets to like show some range, show some emotion, because Deadpool lied to him like you can't save your world or whatever, you don't have that power, and he berates him a little bit. And
yeah, it was what did he call it? A calculated dream? Wish?
Yeah, something like that. Yeah. It reminded me of Toy Story. It's not falling. No, what is it? It's no, whatever. Falla med stil.
Do you have it in Swedish?
Yeah. It's but I don't remember. It's we're falling. No, it's not. No, right. He says, we're flying in the end when Woody and him is on their rocket.
Like
Buzz Lightyear.
Yeah,
He's like, it's not flying. It's more like falling in style.
Right.
Like,
yeah.
It's not lying. It's a calculated wish or whatever. Yeah.
Wish. Yeah.
Whatever. Yeah. And he has this long spiel where he kind of breaks down Deadpool and like you're just an asshole, especially in this one. Yeah, you're right. And his response is literally to say, I'm going to fight you now. I was like, why? How about you react?
Because he can't handle his emotions. I don't fucking know.
But he handled them finely in the beginning.
No, he was kind of irrational, and just went, I'll fix it by bringing another Wolverine.
I mean, at the birthday party.
Oh, right. Well, that's because that's his happy place.
Oh, okay.
He doesn't want to ruin that.
Yeah.
with his ugly ass toupee and all of his friends.
So then they fight
for the rest of the movie.
No, but they fight in that car until the sun goes down and comes up again. Like, oh, yeah, but that fight scene exists for no other reason than just have them fight.
True.
And the first one as well.
And it's not like in a good movie where they have good fights. It's just fighting.
Yeah, it's just fighting. Yeah, it doesn't propel the story in any way.
No. And doesn't even move them forward physically because they're actually stuck in place. They're fighting in and around that car in that little, what's the word? Glenta?
Oh, I don't know.
Foresty area. Yeah. I can't think of the word.
I think it's called Glend. Or Glen.
No, maybe it is, yeah.
Anyway, yeah. And then the rest of the plot is just, we have to go over there. Yeah, crazy Professor X lady who really has the greatest power of all time. She can manipulate. It's not like, everything. She can manipulate thoughts or she can manipulate steel. No, she can manipulate anything. Like, how do you fight her? I guess
which is why they put her in the void.
Yeah, exactly.
But then how did one of Doctor Strange's rings end up in the void?
Yeah.
For them to use to get out of there.
That's also such...
And why has she not gotten out of there before?
Yeah.
And again, why is Ant-Man's giant-sized skeleton and suit in the void? Did they kill him off?
Well, it could be an Ant-Man from another timeline.
Oh, that's true, another timeline.
Which I thought they didn't utilize that enough. Like, they could have had so many characters. I mean, obviously they just used the characters they could get back, the actors for.
Yeah.
That's why they got like washed up people or people who, was in bad movies, But I mean, theoretically they could have had like the Hulk, because they could have had like a pink Hulk from another universe, or they could have had
They could have had Edward Norton's Hulk.
Yeah, or they could have had Iron Man from another universe. They could have had a Tony Stark Iron Man, but of course, the budget isn't, for that. So yeah, it's very convenient to get all the failed, and call it. But of course, it's in the void, so it's the timelines that failed. Ugh.
Hey, another cameo, I guess we need to mention is Pyro. They did get the correct actor for that. He was the actor in the X-Men movie.
I know. Okay.
And he's always the bad guy.
Yeah.
In a way.
Yeah.
Good on them for writing him correct, I guess.
Yeah. But yeah, like you said, obviously, yeah, you've had a Doctor Strange there from a timeline who, for some reason, got to keep his portal-making ring. Yeah, like you mentioned, like
why is the ring there?
Why is the ring there? Yeah, and why hasn't Cassandra used it before this to escape? Well, she mentions like, because here I am.
She seems happy
king.
there.
Yeah, I can do whatever I want here. Like, okay.
She has no reason to escape, really. But then she learns about the time-destroying machine, and she's like, ooh.
Yeah, but she could.
Maybe I can just go there and destroy every timeline, and therefore ruin everything for the TVA.
But why would she like?
Yeah.
I don't see what's the like. Oh, I can rule here in the void. She's mentioned something, or I could like just be another person in my timeline. No, you could easily rule in your timeline as well because you have the best power.
Considering your power,
you can just do. It's the do anything power.
Yeah, I think we've mentioned it before, but it's been a while because that's the thing. That's the issue I have with comic books in general, or comic book heroes. Like, there's some of them that are just technically invincible, yet somehow they always get beaten.
Yeah.
There's I don't remember which one it is. It is Marvel. There's a planet who destroys other planets.
Yeah, Galactus.
Yes.
Which, isn't that going to be the next big baddie, I think?
How are they going to defeat a planet?
Well,
that eats other planets.
It's going to turn out that Galactus is just a guy in this one who has the power to destroy planets. But since he's a guy, he can be defeated. I don't know. They always do something like that,
Yeah. I mean, I had the same issue with Thanos, really. Like, when he had the Infinity Glove, like, the way they defeated him was just stupid.
Yeah. I mean, we talked about that. I think we never reviewed that, but we talked about it. The fact that he won, like that was it.
Yeah,
he snapped his fingers.
Fair and square, honestly.
Yeah, fair and square. He won.
And
then they were like, "Nah,
not
time
to be
travel.
mean or rude or whatever, but like he did a good thing."
Yeah, sure.
Technically, he did a good thing. Like, the Earth was thriving. Unfortunately, everyone remembered all the people that they lost, but, like, give it a few hundred years and they're all gonna be forgotten. It's fine.
Yeah, exactly. Like, in the beginning of Endgame, like, people are coping with it.
Yeah, and like planet Earth is actually doing well compared to, like, being overpopulated.
There's not any bad guys. I mean, there's obviously crime, but there's no, like,
sure,
you know, world-ending threats anymore. The Avengers are just like sitting around doing like stopping like
nothing,
purse snatchers, basically.
Yeah,
it's good. Yeah.
Why do you have to go and destroy that by killing him and turning back time?
Because you killed my friends. I have to fight you now. That's why.
Yeah,
that's what all these movies are. Yeah, there's.
Oh right, we forgot to mention Sabretooth is in this as well.
Yeah, Sabretooth from the original movie. Yeah. They should have brought back Liev Schreiber as the other Sabretooth from X-Men Origins as well. That would have been fun.
Yeah.
You know, I don't know, whatever.
They also had the whole Mad Max thing going on, which was a bit weird.
No, yeah.
Sabretooth and his little gang.
Like I said.
Was it Toad?
Yeah.
Yeah, they had Toad, right?
Who used his amazing Toad powers to flick a switch.
Yeah. Who was the Red Devil though? Because I don't know if that's a character name, but I thought it was supposed to be Nightcrawler.
No, I think it's called Hellfire. He's in X-Men First Class.
Oh,
he's one of the like bad guys in that one, if I remember correctly. Played by a British character actor called something Max or something. I don't remember. Anyway. Yeah, so there.
I like I said, I enjoyed a lot of the cameos. I thought that was kind of fun, especially since I recognized like all of them. It was fun for me that way. Sure, it's a little bit rude,
no.
And the movie didn't really do anything with them, so it was kind of stupid.
Yeah,
the only one who had any like technically any impact in what happens in the movie is Pyro, because he's the one who makes sure they use the ring to get out of there. Yeah. And he's, for some reason, connected to Mr. Paradox. But, yeah, he has the same issue in the X-Men movie.
Yeah, he had a Paradox phone that he could call.
Yeah.
Are you just there to, like, keep tabs on Cassandra? Or why do you have a...
Probably.
Why do you have a phone connected to Mr. Paradox? We haven't talked about... Daphne Keane, what's her name? X-23, which I was like, oh my god, they brought back X-23.
Oh, I didn't care much.
Yeah, me neither.
I was like, oh, it's the same actress. Cool. Has she done anything since?
She did a TV show on HBO. Warner Brothers. See. His Dark Materials, I think it's called. Also starring...
Is that her?
Professor X.
No.
Yeah.
Oh no! She's Jackie in The Acolyte.
Oh, I didn't know that.
The pale thing with the blonde hair and the horns.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, you see, now she's Disney. She signed her life away to Disney. She's always gonna be in Disney now.
Yeah, because she did Logan.
No.
After that, she did Anna, whatever the fuck that is.
Yeah.
3 years later, then she did The Battersea Poltergeist for 13 episodes, a podcast series, by the way. And then His Dark Materials. And The Acolyte.
But she...
And not Deadpool.
I guess she's still pretty young, so maybe she was trying not to do too much stuff before she, graduates or whatever. It doesn't matter. Yeah.
She's born 2005. She's like
19.
Barely 20.
Yeah. So she's still going to school, hopefully.
She's got time.
Yeah.
To not do anything else.
Yeah, because now she's...
I don't know, I haven't seen enough of her to like think of her to be a good actress.
No, me neither.
I don't know.
Me neither. I've really only seen her in Logan, and I thought she was...
I guess I've seen her in The Acolytes. I didn't finish that show, by the way, just a side note.
Me neither. Or,
I gave up.
Watched past the first episode. Anyway, they were like, oh my god, so it's Logan and X-23 again. But yeah, they had the exact same... they were basically just doing the whole Logan thing again, where
just way shorter.
Yeah, and this time he was directly responsible for getting the other X-Men killed. But it was the same story, like, they lost all the X-Men except for him, so he's sad now. It's just Logan again. And I was never a big fan of Logan. I thought it was a good movie, but people were like, "Oh my god, this is like 10 out of 10. This is the best one since Dark Knight."
That movie would have been better if it wasn't Wolverine. If it was just like
an old man,
another dude having the same thing.
Yeah, exactly.
Having the same issues.
Which is, what it's based on, the classic, reluctant anti-hero, old guy who, like, activates his old...
Remove the adamantum...
Yeah, make him just an old, like, he was an old Green Beret, but
Ranger
he's done killing. But then there's this little girl he has to protect. It's Leon. It's a lone...
With claws.
Yeah, it's Lone Wolf and Cub. It's a classic, story arc, hero arc. Yeah, and it would have been better if it wasn't a silly comic book movie for children, even though it's not for children. But you know what I mean.
Yeah.
I
don't need the claws.
Yeah, I still have the unpopular opinion that the Wolverine that came out before that is the better Wolverine movie, because at least that feels more like a comic book, and there's like silly robot samurai in the end.
All right.
And it's not trying too hard to be like, "Oh no, we're serious now. This ain't your fucking kiddie comic book movie. It's a real movie with emotions and adamantium claws. And with emotions. We released a black and white version because this is a real movie. Yeah, whatever." Anyway, it's a fake real movie. And also like, why are you trying to distance yourself from being a comic book movie if comic book movies are real movies?
Eventually they get out of the void.
Yeah. And they're gonna they have to stop Cassandra because Mr. Paradox was never
she was
threat.
like, "Hey, you know what, fuck it, I'm gonna go in here too."
Yeah.
For some weird reason she realizes that, oh wait, I can do that. And she decides to destroy all the timelines, which is, a little bit of an inconvenience, even for the Mr. Paradox, because, he just wants to destroy that one timeline. Oh. And he goes, "Oh, but we can't stop her, because one man alone cannot withstand that kind of power. It will destroy you, even though you're immortal. But the power of friendship saves them." I'm gonna skip over the whole Deadpool fight, because who cares?
Yeah, that was also like...
that scene was
why would they want to kill... that Deadpool? What is the point?
They make it sound as if Cassandra has hired them, but like, why would they go along with that?
Yeah, it's just like, oh, you're gonna...
What is she gonna pay you? Not to be eaten by the Void Dude, whatever the fuck that cloud monster was called?
Nice Pool says something about like, oh, you angered the League of Deadpool or whatever.
But why?
When?
What did he do?
Exactly, I don't know.
Well, how did he act? Jesus Christ, I keep seeing like Dusty's flying around.
That's another like gratuitous action scene that doesn't fill any purpose other than being funny. And yeah, it was you know what, it was fun, like, oh my god, Deadpool is killing other Deadpools. But then it went on for like felt like 10 minutes.
It probably was 10 minutes.
Like, oh, get it over with. Move along.
And we had Baby Reynolds swearing. Cool.
Baby Pool.
Well, yeah, but it was Baby Reynolds.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, like, oh, and then when they were finally done, I was like, oh, thank God we can move on to the plot. Then they all started waking up again. I was like, oh, come on!
Luckily, they didn't fight them
again. No, I don't remember why they didn't fight then. They just ran away, or?
They ran away, yeah.
They couldn't do that before.
They're like, fuck that. No, but they were on the right side of the street now, so now they actually were where they're supposed to go.
Yeah.
I suppose.
Yeah.
They stopped the destruction of the worlds, of all the timelines, with the power of friendship, because one man can't stand it, but together we can do it. Which is kind of cute.
Sure, but it's the same. It's the same as every time, it's family. We're family.
Yeah.
It's friendship. And now
But that's because that's, the power of many is actually good, It's not good.
Yeah, I know.
You should have friends.
They've been telling the same story since 2012.
No, movies have been telling us that since the beginning of Dawn, basically.
Yeah, but
fucking Jesus and his acolytes. Apostles?
Apostles.
What's it called?
Acolytes.
Apostles, right?
I guess you call them acolytes as well. Since,
exactly.
That
was also friendship.
What?
I don't know.
But he was.
I'm exaggerating now. He was Marvel Jesus. I was trying to make it. It didn't work. Also, I didn't get that. Why was he Marvel Jesus?
Because he can save every universe. I don't know. But he can't die for their sins, so he's literally not Jesus.
No. Exactly.
It's just a funny thing to say.
And he didn't father himself, so...
I'm Marvel Jesus. Oh, that's funny. Haha.
And the movie ended with them all being friends.
Yeah, and now Logan is happy because he has a new family. Yay! Everyone's happy because we're family. Yeah.
Yeah. And that's it.
That's it.
Thank you so much for listening to us rant about Deadpool and Wolverine. I was about to say Deadpool and Marvel.
Yeah.
Do the outro.
One of the worst movies I've ever... No, it's not. Because like I said...
No, it's not.
Some of the action was still fun. Even though I shouldn't like it. Him dancing in the middle of the opening scene was... Like, that...
Yes,
I laughed.
I liked that.
But it's also like... But why? Like
I said, it's one of those movies, you can watch it one time, you can laugh at it as much as you want, but you're not going to
It was also annoying, though, because a lot of that was CGI. I think him dancing was CGI.
Yeah, I kept thinking, like, they should have just hired someone who can actually dance.
Yeah, because you could tell that was, like, a CGI Deadpool dancing. Like, why?
I don't know if they had to, like, CGI over it to, like, smooth out the suit or something.
They might do that, because we know they do that. They don't even put them in real suits anymore. That's been, like, a long time ago they put them in real suits.
Well, he does have a suit.
I know, but now he's Disney, so maybe they just green screen the suit on him because it's easier. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he didn't use his suit in the movie. No, that's true.
He obviously did it sometimes.
He did use it for other stuff, though.
He obviously did it sometimes. He had the real suit on.
Yeah.
And, even him having the face thing, the mask on, because you could hear his voice was muffled. So, that's good. But,
yeah.
But it's too much CGI. Like... In a post John Wick world, why would you ever use CGI in your fight scenes, unless you're doing like
in the fight
supernatural stuff, which you don't have to with him, except for like he can break his arms and stuff. Yeah, sure, CGI that, but the actual fighting, don't CGI that.
No, I like I said, I can understand them like having to like smooth out the suit because it folds weirdly because it's probably like the material is probably not the best to jump around and dance and fight in.
Yeah.
Because it's not made from, I don't know, it's not spandex. Like, it's leather and shit.
Oh, and then, sorry. When Wolverine put the mask on.
That was so true. No, I didn't like
conveniently, so they could, CGI out him and put a stunt guy in. Because he didn't do all that, It was all fake. That was also the worst part about it.
He did do some of the stunts,
Yeah, sure. But I mean, that whole Deadpool...
Apparently.
Killing all the Deadpools, all that was just CGI, which
oh yeah, that was
it looks good, but it's not exciting.
All the way through.
Yeah, it's not exciting. Fucking do Old Boy, have one guy fight 20 others. It's gonna look awkward, but that's kind of what's fun about it because it's real.
But then you can't have children and like random old dudes in kilts and a dog in the fight.
You can't. Well, not the children, but the rest you can. Not the dogs, but
that little dog.
Yeah.
Dogpool was the ugliest dog I've ever seen.
It's a rat. It's a rat.
That's an actual rat.
Sorry.
I thought they could have put, because I have to mention it, because one of the reasons why I watched the movie was that one of my favorite bands at the moment were supposedly, they did do a song for the album.
Was it in the movie though?
What's it called? It was, but like the edited version where you don't hear them sing. It was just the background music, which still they produced the background music.
Wow.
Well. Fine, whatever. But they could have like asked one, because they can all dance. They could have just asked one of them to do the dance.
They don't have the physique.
In the Deadpool suit. What did you say?
They don't have the physique.
Oh, they do.
No,
though.
they're little scrawny fucking femboys.
No, they're not.
Yes, they are. You showed me all those music videos.
One of them are.
They look like little girls. They don't look like Deadpool.
One of them literally looks... He's just shorter.
Exactly. It's a little manlet.
They can fake that.
Makeup.
I'm
kidding.
We're gonna do one episode where we're just talking about music, but it's gonna be in Patreon.
Yeah, and I told I'll listen to that full album if you listen to the one I told you. But you won't do that.
Yeah, I'm gonna if you listen. You know what? End this episode, please. We're done with this. Thank you so much.
If you like Deadpool, wow, you're gonna love this movie. If you enjoy movies, you're probably not gonna like this because it's a bad movie. Yeah, this was sorry. This was a 90-minute rant. This is what happens. This is what
great way to start the season.
This is why I don't want to do movies like this because there's no movie to talk about.
No.
Yeah, but clicks.
We have a few other movies lined up for the coming season that might be.
Yeah, our next episode is going to be a little bit of a catch up because we have a couple of movies we want to talk about. Actual good movies.
Yes.
And they're not even technically that much better than this, but they are real movies.
Yeah.
Anyway, thank you so much for listening. Like I said in the beginning, check us out on patreon.com/nomagazine. I don't know what we're gonna do for
since this one is a little bit late, we might skip it for this one.
Sure.
But then after, we're gonna keep up with the companion pieces.
Yes. Or just subscribe to the channel. Check us out every week. We'll be back next week. But until then, have a good one. Bye-bye.
Bye.
The Spoilercast is part of Please Don't Make a Scene. It is produced and directed by Tobias Vedén and hosted by Tobias and Rebecca Vedén. Executive producer is Annika Vedén. I also want to give a huge shout out to all our patrons over on patreon.com/don'tmakeascene. Mom, Dad, Christopher Belén, Danny Del Gaiso, Mac and Mom, Laura Kinney, and CK85.